guys, so I have had some requests from you to do this video showing you guys some products that I've regretted purchasing, and there are a bunch of these videos on YouTube from like different people that do makeup, and sometimes they're called like 10 products I regret buying, sometimes it's called like disappointing products, sometimes it's called like, you know, products that are not worth the hype or whatever, you know. So this is one of those videos. So basically it's just products that I've, you know, spend my own money buying that I regret purchasing because, you know, it's just a waste of money in my mind because they're just totally not worth it. Some of these brands aren't bad, so it's not like me bashing these companies or brands or anything like that, you know, because they do have other products that I do like, and I will mention those to you. But these products in particularly that I bought, you know, I wasted my own money that I earned, you know, buying these products, and then I was totally disappointed, and now I just have them like lying around, and they're just like lying right here, and I just don't do anything with them. So this is just kind of like a personal opinion, you know. Obviously everyone has different, you know, skin, different hair, so some people might like one product, but some people will not like that product. So, you know, but this is just my personal opinion because, like I said, I have been asked to do this video quite a few times. So let's get started. My cat is making so much noise over there. Oh my gosh. And also I want to give a shout out to Courtney. I met this girl at my job when I was working. She was so nice, and I like never meet people that are subscribers. I mean, yeah, I've had it like a couple of times where people like would recognize me from YouTube. A lot of times people just recognize me from like working at a bunch of like different bars or restaurants or clubs or whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, I know you like worked over here or whatever, or like, hey, I like your modeling pictures. But YouTube, like, not so much, because a lot of people I feel like don't live in Virginia that, you know, are on YouTube, that watch YouTube. So they live in like other states, like, I don't know, wherever, but not here. So yeah, I did meet her, and she told me she watches my videos. So, hey girl, it was nice meeting you. So the first product I'm going to show you guys is actually going to be controversial because I have seen people rave about it here on YouTube before. This is the e.l.f. duo of the blush and bronzer, and I know a lot of people are going to say, oh my gosh, you know, how can you hate that product? But I actually really do. And, you know, e.l.f. has some really, really good, like, brushes and lip glosses and things like that. And I love their eyeshadow primer that I have used for years now. And I don't buy any other eyeshadow primer, just theirs. So there are products that I like by them, but some products are just, like, not worth it. And I have a few other e.l.f. products here. But basically, this is kind of, like, supposed to be a dupe for the NARS, duo that they have with, like, the blush and the bronzer. I forgot which ones they are. I think it was, like, NARS Orgasm and something else, I don't know, but it was two, and they kind of look like this. It's like a little black compact, so it's kind of like a dupe for that. And there are a lot of reviews online also with, like, you know, swatches and pictures, not just like video reviews, where actually it shows you like the similarities, and I've looked them up, and it says that basically they're kind of pretty similar. It's just that the product here is not as fine milled, so the shimmer is a lot more obvious and it's bigger, obviously. And then, you know, the NARS one that's more expensive, that's like $50 versus like $3, the shimmer is a lot less, you know, visible, so it's not like all in your face. It's still there, but it's not like big glitter, you know, because it's more fine milled, it's more expensive or whatever. But that's not my problem with it. My problem is that it is so freaking just, it's so like powdery. It goes everywhere. It flies everywhere when I try to use it. Okay, so for example, if I pick up like my other bronzer, you see how I'm taking the product and you can kind of see it like going everywhere, but it's not really like all over the place, and that's the bronzer. Then if I try to pick up some of this bronzer, do you see how like it just goes everywhere? You see all that product that's like just goes everywhere, you know? It's like ridiculous. And then it comes off so much that it's like super dark. And, you know, some people might like that, but my problem is that I don't like my products flying all over the place because, one, I'm not trying to breathe it in, and two, you know, it's just a waste of product because you're buying it and then half of it ends up in the air all over your room, and then you have to clean your dresser because it's like brown or pink or whatever. That's why I don't like this product. Okay, this one I'm going to talk about is this Eyeshadow Quad from Victoria's Secret. And yes, you guys know I love Victoria's Secret. I've been loving it for years and years. You know, their clothes, their lingerie, their makeup. And I do have a lot of their makeup that I really do like. Their lip glosses, their lipsticks, their eyeshadows, like the little silky eyeshadows. I love those. But this is just not one of them. This is the only product I have ever bought at Victoria's Secret that I just do not like at all. Because it's not pigmented. It's not worth the money. This quad costs $16 on its own, but I got it, you know, for like $3 or $4 because I had one of those like $10 gift card things that I get in the mail from them or whatever. So I really, you know, didn't spend that much money, and I'm glad that I didn't spend the $16 on it. But For those that did, I just feel so bad for these people. I don't know if it's just this quad, like this particular color. Maybe some of the other ones are more pigmented or whatever, but just as a reference, I mean, it is not pigmented at all. For example, this is one of their silky eyeshadows that I absolutely love, and I just go like this, and there's a lot of eyeshadow on there. And yes, that one is more creamy versus this one, which is a powder, but still, I feel like it should be more pigmented. So I try to use these, and they're barely showing up. And then if I take like the darkest color, you really have to like rub it in there. And look how it comes out versus like the black one. I mean, I know it's brown and all, but like it's just so hard to like pick it up. And it just doesn't do anything. Like, it's so hard, especially if you're using a brush and not an actual finger when you're like scrubbing it in there. It's like really hard to make this work. And you know, I mean, yeah, it's like a daytime quad and that's supposed to be very dramatic anyway, but I feel like there's like nothing there. It's just like chalk. It's like just nothing there at all. The next one I'm going to talk about is an eyeliner from e.l.f. This is their liquid liner, and yes, I bought this a while ago, so maybe they have improved their formula or their smell or whatever, but it's awful. The formula is awful, the smell is awful. I know it's only $1, so I'm not complaining that I wasted my money, but it is just awful. I don't even think it's worth the $1 because I can go buy some Jordana eyeliner that is like $2 or $3 and it's like super, you know, and it's like so much better than this because the formula was bad because one, it was very like kind of clumpy, like you could see clumps in here, and when I put it on, at first it would be fine and then throughout the day it would start like flaking off. So it would like the line, when I would put the eyeliner, like I would do the cat eye, it would like break up into pieces. I don't know if you've ever had that, but it's awful because you can't tell what's on your face. So you're walking around looking like a clown and you don't even know. And then come to find out, you go to the bathroom and you see like it coming off like in pieces. It's like cracking, and then it might like flake off completely like one of the pieces, and it just looks ridiculous. And then on top of that, it smells awful. Like this stinks so bad, and I said it in my e.l.f. review like 3 years ago, and I don't know. I hope they change their formula because this is just awful. The next thing I have is CoverGirl Eyeshadow Quads, period. This is not the only one that I hate. Like I said, Victoria's Secret has some other eyeshadows that are good that I've tried. This was just like not one of them. CoverGirl shadows, on the other hand, I hate them all. They're so chalky, and I tried to use them in high school back when I was like experimenting with makeup, so I ended up with like going with like L'Oreal and Maybelline being my favorite eyeshadows from the drugstore. But, you know, I did have to try out a bunch of brands. And, oh, and Rimmel is also good. And I'm going to do a drugstore, like, favorites, best of drugstore products video or whatever. But I did try a bunch of different brands. And CoverGirl is just not one of them, you know. Like, first of all, this one, like, totally broke off. I had this quad since, like, forever, since, like, high school or something. And I just don't like, they're very, like, chalky and, I don't know, they're not, like, sparkly. I don't know, it's just, like, chalk. Like, it's just... They're not that pigmented, they're not like sparkly, and it just feels awful like on your eyes, like you're putting on chalk literally. I don't know how else to explain it, I just don't like them. Next thing I have are these e.l.f. lip glosses. You guys are probably going to be like, oh my gosh, she just like keeps bashing e.l.f. But these are the products that I don't like literally. And like I said, I do like e.l.f. glosses and their eyeshadow primer and their brushes. So I do like other products by them, but these are just not one of them. So I have these two lip glosses, and they were only $1 each. I got them at like a dollar store or something like that. I saw them and I figured, why not give them a try? I got a nude one and I got a pink one, and they have this little clear thing on the end. And as you can tell, they're pretty new. Like, I only used them one time. They're still like just as they were before, and you know, they look all cute, so I figured, why not try them out? No, this was such a bad idea. First of all, they smell disgusting. They smell like burnt rubber or something. It smells awful. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to apply a little bit on my hand. I don't know if it's going to be the same on my hand as it is on my lips, but whenever I apply these on my lips, they just like crack and dry within like a couple of minutes, and it just feels so weird. So I'm going to put them both on here and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be the same on my hand like I said, but we'll see. But they just crack. They're super drying, and I don't know, it can't be a lip gloss. Not even a lipstick is that drying. Like, I know that's probably why they have the clear side, but I feel like a lip gloss should not be that bad on your lips anyway. It says like it's a stain and a gloss, but even a stain shouldn't be that drying. It's like super, super drying on your lips, and I just don't like it at all. It feels like you have like clay on your lips or something. It's bad. Next thing I have is this little bronzing powder, I guess, that I bought at Claire's. And this one I bought a while ago. I don't even know if they make them still, but as you can see, it's from Claire's. And The problem with this is packaging, not the actual bronzer. So what I'm going to do is actually pour it into this bronzer that I've had from Bath & Body Works for forever, because it has a little container in the bottom where you can like unscrew it and then just pour in some bronzer in here to use. And then it has like the little brush up here. So that's what I'm going to do with this bronzer, but I just wanted to show you guys before I pour it out, because I'm just saying don't buy these ones because the packaging is awful. It's like goes everywhere. So look at this. So it has a puff, and as you can tell, the puff, which was white before, is all like has product all over the top of it now because it just spills all over the place. If you turn it upside down, like the puff doesn't prevent the product going everywhere. It's still like all over the place. So if you touch this in the slightest, or if you spill it, you're done because it's going to go everywhere. All of this powder, even if you touch like the top, you're going to have like bronzer all over your hands instead of like, you know, picking up a clean brush like I would with this and dusting the bronzer on your body. You will have this all over your hands. If you spill this, it's going to go everywhere. If you like puff it too much, it's going to poof up all over the place, and it's just bad because you don't want to breathe this. You don't want your counter, your room to be all orange, and I just don't like the packaging. You get the idea. I'm not going to like sit here and puff it for you guys so that way my carpet's going to have like bronzer all over it. But you get the idea. It's just not very good packaging. The next thing I have, yes, you guessed it, is e.l.f. These are their lipsticks. Okay, I ordered these online, and first of all, I ordered 3. They only sent me 2. They forgot the other one, but I just didn't feel like taking the time and calling them and all that because it's just too much work. But they did forget another lipstick that I bought that I like paid for. These are super, super duper drying, and they look fine in the packaging and all, but they're not pigmented and they're super drying. And they sent me one of the wrong colors because I did not order this burgundy one. I ordered a pink and a nude one in addition to this one, and the nude one didn't come, and then the pink one, I guess they figured that this is like, I don't know, they switched the colors and then they forgot one, so that was bad. Okay, so I have the lip glosses over here, so I'm going to swatch them on my other hand for you guys. So if you can see, this is the burgundy one. So it just feels so drying, and like it just feels kind of like clay or something. It's like super, super drying, and I can't even convey to you, like if you put this on your lips, it's just not going to feel good at all. And then that one, it's like that color, and like I said, they're drying too, and I just don't like them. I tried to put them on my lips, and I hated the texture of them. It was so dry. And yeah, like swatched on the camera, they don't look bad, but if you feel them on your lips, they're just super, super like, they just feel gross. And back to the lip glosses. So look at the lip glosses. What happened to them? Are they shiny anymore? No. Are they dry? Yes. Like you see how it's kind of like all patchy now, and it's just kind of like dry and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just not good, especially when you have them on your lips. Like you would know what I'm talking about. It's just ugh. The next thing I'm going to talk about is going to be controversial as well, because these I've heard people rave about a lot. And these are the L'Oreal True Match foundations. Now, I have bought this a long time ago, so maybe they improved their formulas, maybe it's different, maybe it's just the finish that I got. But I got a finish that was super, super duper sparkly, and it didn't have any good coverage. So I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if I just picked one that was like that, because I don't normally buy L'Oreal foundations, but whenever I tried this after that, I didn't want to try it anymore. And honestly, what I'm going to do with this is use it on my legs as like one of those like makeup things, because you know how you have like the spray, the Sally Hansen spray, like that tans your legs, like the airbrush one. It's kind of like the same sort of principle, because this doesn't have very good coverage for my face at least. You know, it doesn't cover up all the stuff that I needed to cover up, and then it has all this shimmer in it that just doesn't belong in your face. You don't want to be walking around like shimmering all over the place. So this, look, it's not covering up very much. And then if you can see, do you see how shiny that is? That is like a bronzer. That is not a foundation at all. That is like the same as if I put some of this bronzer over here, which actually I'm going to do that with my other finger. Okay, that's the bronzer, and then that's the foundation. You see how both of them are so shiny? Like, that doesn't belong in your face. You're going to look like a grease ball. You're going to walk around super shiny. And I just don't understand why they would make a foundation like that. You know, that's more like of a bronzer. And it just says True Match Super Blendable Bronze Glow Warm Light Bronze. You know, foundation. Shake before use. I don't know. It's awful as a foundation. So I definitely regret buying this. Okay, number 9. Yes, it's another e.l.f. product. It's just their little quads of eyeshadows that they have. And I know a lot of people use these in tutorials and they like them. But for me, they're just too chalky. And I know it's only $1, so it's not like, you know, you should be expecting super duper great quality. But still, I do regret buying them because, you know, it's like, I don't know, they're just not shiny. Like, yeah, they have a little bit of color, but they're just not sparkly or anything like that. They're just sort of chalky. Looks like that. The packaging is nice. I like the little mirror in there and the fact that it's like so compact, and it's a good idea in that sense, but the actual like texture of it and like the pigmentation, the payoff of the colors is just not, I don't think it's that great. I don't know. I just didn't like them, especially with like using a brush. Like right now using my finger, I'm like digging in there and I'm picking up a lot more, but if you're using a light feathery like brush or even like this little applicator, it's just not going to pick it up as much, and you don't get a let up payoff, so you have to like keep applying more and more and wasting time, and it's just annoying. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is also probably going to be controversial because I know people love these, and these are the Chi Iron Guards. So I got 2 of them because it was a bundle. It was at Target, it was on sale, and maybe that's why they were on sale, I'm not sure, but I don't like these at all. And I know a lot of people like these a lot for like, it's supposed to be a heat protectant that you spray in your hair before you know, apply heat to it, like flat iron, blow dryer, curling iron, whatever. But for me, it just weighs my hair down so much, and I bought it at first because I heard a lot of good things about it, and my hair is naturally curly. So when I was straightening it, I figured, you know, since my hair was frizzy, like now I get keratin treatment, so it's straight, but it would get frizzy, so I figured this would, you know, even if it's kind of heavy on your hair, it would like weigh it down because it's so frizzy and all over the place. It would be good for it, but it didn't. It just made it look like greasy, and it just, not like look greasy, but it got dirty a lot faster. So if I wash my hair every other day, so the first day like I wash it and it's, you know, clean, the next day it's kind of clean, you know, it's like fine, and then the third day obviously I wash it. You know, with this thing, I wash it the first day I apply this, it's already kind of like weird feeling and looking, and then the next day it's already done. Like I have to wash it again. It just has that feeling that of like being dirty and just having stuff on it, and I don't like it at all. So pretty much I just like opened up the bundle and I sprayed it a couple of times and I didn't like it. So I'm gonna probably sell this on my eBay or Poshmark or something like that, because these are totally new. They're just like standing there on my shelf or whatever, and I paid money for them, and I'm totally regretting buying these. I have like all these swatches all over my hands now. So that is it. I'm gonna let you guys go because this video is getting super long, but those are my 10 products that I totally regret spending my money on, buying whatever products not worth the hype to me personally. So that's that. I hope this was helpful to some of you guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.